What's up, guys? Welcome back to Range Logic. Today we're going to sight in a pistol red dot. So this is the Daniel Defense H9. I just put on a Vortex Defender on here. We're going to go ahead and get it sighted in. See the dot right there? So we're going to go through all the steps of sighting it in and the tools that you're going to need. So first, pistol with a red dot. Then you're going to need a tool to adjust that red dot, and then a paper target set out to whatever distance you want to sight your pistol in. Today we're going to sight in about 15 yards. So we'll go ahead and move the camera down there. I'll show you guys the target and kind of show you how I set this up with sighting in a pistol. All right, so here we're up at the targets. Our target silhouette set up here. So we are going to aim for the letter A for every shot. So the first thing you got to do is just take that first shot. I do have it roughly sighted in. By roughly, I mean all I've done is look down the sights and shift that dot over to about what normally lines up. So all we're going to do now is take the first shot, see where it lines up, and then we'll go through our adjustments from there. So I'm going to leave you guys set up right here. I'm going to rest on this barrel, and then we'll go ahead and shoot, and then I'll take you guys downrange and show you what we did. All right, so for today we got Freedom Munitions, 115 grain full metal jacket. Nothing special, no high performance round, but we'll see what it does. All right, we did 4 shots. We had 2 grouped together and then 2 kind of flyers. So we'll go ahead and check them out and then we'll go from there. All right, so here you can see we had these were the first 2 shots, this one and this one. And then we had down here, which I pulled a little bit down, and then this one up over here. So we'll go ahead and give it 2 more and see what happens. All right, so we want our group to come up a little bit. So if you look on your own specific red dot, there'll be an arrow that says up, and it'll point a certain direction, and then the right side will have one that says with R, and it'll give you a direction. What that is telling you is the direction you want the bullets to change their impact. So I'm hitting low, so I want to bring up, and then that should bring those bullet hole impacts up higher to where my dot is. All right, we gave it a couple clicks. Let's see how it does. All right, let's go check it out. Yeah, so you can see we're definitely having an oblong penetration in these. All right, guys, sorry to interrupt the video. I just wanted to hop in here real quick. So you notice the keyhole that started right there. It was after the second set of rounds, we noticed that we started having some tumbling on the rounds. A keyhole is created by the bullet tumbling through the air. So instead of the bullet just traveling straight, we're now tumbling end over end, and that bullet is impacting sideways. That's how you get that nice, beautiful profile, the side profile of the bullet, which is 100% what you don't want. So since the original recording of that video, I have reached out to Daniel Defense. They emailed me back by the next morning and sent me all the information to return the gun back to them so they can fix and or replace it. You also notice, if you're watching the video, some of the recoil on the gun was very irregular. I would have some rounds where that gun was just stable as can be, and then some where all of a sudden it would crack up. They also, in their warranty, in their recall information, they listed keyholing, barrel imperfections, recoil issues, and then there was a small issue with the grip. Just a comfort issue kind of up in here. Some people were complaining of it tearing up their hands. So all of those issues will get addressed. So we're going to send the gun out to them, see how long that takes, and then we'll get it back in and sight it in. I definitely wasn't happy with the final product of how the gun sighted in the first time, especially being a higher end pistol. It wasn't too exciting. I was a little underwhelmed at the groups that we got, and obviously the barrel profile and that keyholing issue. So we're going to address that. We'll get it taken care of. We'll see where we can go from there. Video was a little different. Took a couple days with the editing, and then we ran into some issues. I wanted to address it, so I came out another day to do this recording here so you guys can see what's going on. I'm not trying to hide anything from Daniel. They don't send me any guns. I buy them all. So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you exactly how the process goes. And if the gun turns to be a piece of shit, oh well. So that's all I got for today. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the video. We'll see you on the next one. And thank you so much. Probably shouldn't do that. It's already broke. Oh, shit. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Range Logic. Today, we're going to sight in a pistol.